thank you all for coming to our data meeting today. I know it's the end of the day, and it's been a long day, but thank you for your commitment to our kiddos. We will do three things today. We're first going to evaluate the progress of the students in Tier 2 and Tier 3, both for math and reading. We will determine if students should remain in the current interventions, and we'll determine if there's other students who may benefit from Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions. Before we go any further, does anybody have any celebrations, either personal or professional, that we can celebrate with you today? It is the end of the day, and you made it. It is Thursday. Friday Eve. Friday Eve. 2 weeks from today, you will not be at Stratford. It's a hard-earned spring break, and we're looking forward to it. All right, we want to review our norms very quickly. Remain present and focused on the task, participate and engage in the process, limit sidebar conversations, and the 24-hour rule. 24-hour rule that if we make a decision today about a student and you're uncomfortable with it, that you address it within 24 hours. Likewise, if someone says something around the table that just doesn't sit right with you, address it within 24 hours. Because after those 24 hours have passed, we have accepted the decision that was made. Do you want to add to these or take away anything? All right, then we will move right along. The forms of data that we'll be using today are FastBridge benchmark data, and those are located right here. There is reading and math.
Reading, not reading.
Yes, and there are, in paperclip, there's enough copies for everyone.
Okay.
And then we're also going to use iReady data. Reading and math here as well. Yes. Any classroom data that you want to share with the group, and then our FastBridge progress monitoring data, and I'm going to pull that up on the screen for us. Other data that we'll consider today: attendance, teacher observations, and then anything else that you think will be pertinent to our decision making. We look at attendance because if a student is absent 3 days out of 5 and they're in a Tier 3 intervention where we only have 10 students and there is another student that may benefit, are we doing the best? One, we can't get accurate data because the student's not receiving the intervention on a daily basis. And then two, if there's a student that we're kind of on the fence on, that spot may better be filled by that student. And so that's why we'll consider attendance data. And then also, you all are the professionals, you're the ones that work with them every day. And so we definitely, your feedback is the most valuable. All right, so I'm going to log into FastBridge, and I'll start with, would you prefer to start with reading or math?
Let's go with math, sure.
Okay, so then we'll start with Tier 2 first, which is Mr. South. We'll look at the 5th graders assigned to him. We'll look at their progress, if you have the other data in front of you, and decide do we want them to remain, or do we need to move them? Can we move them out to a Tier 1 because they're making adequate progress, or do we want to maybe look at a Tier 3 for them?
Okay.
And then on that form right there, their names will go,
Mm-hmm.
today's date, and the intervention they're currently receiving.
Okay.
If we choose to exit them, they're making excellent progress. If they continue, it'll be that one right there. And then if we're moving them for some reason, we'll look at the 4th or 5th one.
Okay. So this is Coach South's roster right here, and
Yes.
that'll help me.
Yes,
Okay.
Coach South, I forgot to tell you that. Thank you for pointing that out. Coach South's rosters and Miss Teep's rosters are here.
Okay.
And then Greenlee and Link's rosters are right
So
there.
these are math and these are reading.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so we are just going to look at the 5th grade students. As you recall, 5th and 6th are in intervention class together with Coach South. So the first student here in 5th grade is Charles Trout. He started at a grade equivalency of 4.3, and as you can see, he's kind of fluctuated a bit with his progress monitoring data. The first was a 4.0, went up to 6.0, 6.0 again, and then 4.0 right here. So we saw a drop back to where he started, where he was making progress. And just as a reminder, when we look at the little indicators beside the numbers, an arrow that is green means they're exceeding beyond. They are beyond where they would be if they were meeting their goal for the year. A square still means they're on track, and if they have the upside down triangle that's red, then they're not making adequate progress to reach their goal, their trajectory goal.
Okay, so he was on target, he went up, and he was above goal, and then he was above goal, and then all
Correct.
of a sudden he just tanked.
Correct. So maybe this was a bad testing day. Maybe this was a day something was. There are a lot of reasons why.
Okay.
He may, or maybe he's not showing adequate progress.
And it's like 2 weeks after.
Right. These are about every 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. So as far as Charles, how do you feel that Charles does in the classroom, and what does his iReady and FAST data say?
Okay, so
His math benchmark placed him, and remember on the FAST data, a star means they're on the college pathway, 1 exclamation point means there's some risk, and then 2 means significant risk.
okay, so this 1 asterisk
Means
means
he's
there's
at some
some
risk.
risk.
Right.
Okay.
And then how does he do on iReady? What level is he for iReady?
Is that on there? Or?
Yes, ma'am.
In which one?
Trout, let's see. Make sure I got math.
He's a level 4.
Level 4.
So he's about a grade behind.
Right.
So do we think he should continue in this current intervention?
Okay, is
This
he in tier?
This is tier 2.
And tier 2 is just below tier 1, right? Okay.
Correct.
Middle.
He probably should
Stay in tier 2.
stay because, yeah,
Okay. Okay, Mr. Jackson.
his main thing would be focusing, so, yeah.
Okay. Well then, let's leave him there.
Okay,
So he would continue with his current intervention,
So
which is
just-
the third one.
Just put a check, some
Yes.
progress, we wait.
Making some progress.
So just put
we
a
plan to
check there.
continue.
Check the board meeting
Okay.
at
And then
9
just flip
minutes
it,
and
right?
52
Okay.
seconds in.
All right. The next student is Carrie on Holbert.
Okay.
And again, Mr. Jackson, we are looking at,
You get one of each.
so there's FAST data for reading and for math, and there's iReady data for reading and for math. And these are the students that are currently being progress monitored for 5th grade, based on their tier 2 or tier 3 placement.
Is this the new math test? Math test?
No, ma'am, this is how the students are progress monitored
Or math?
in FAST bridge. Yes. Math does the benchmark, but it does not progress monitor at this time.
Okay, according to this, she's at two asterisks,
Okay?
and she probably really needs to stay in, is she in tier
She's a
2?
2.
She probably needs to go to 3,
Okay?
because of the way she struggles in class.
Okay, so then let's indicate, Mr. Johns, what do you think? Do you have any input?
No, that, as far as math goes, no.
Okay.
I think
So then, we can move her to tier 3, and Dr. Newby is kind enough to change the schedules as we're going.
I see what you all are looking at right
there's one of each, there's one math of each and one English.
And then here's the iReady data for math. We're looking at multiple forms to get a total picture
Okay.
of the students.
Okay, so if she's, so this is where I would mark the last one,
Yes.
looking insignificant.
Right, and then make
Okay.
a note that she's moving to tier 3 math. Just don't know.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Okay. They're not in tier 3 reading and tier 3 math, right?
That's correct.
So we need to make a determination, are these kids better benefited in a tier 3 reading or a
That's
tier
correct.
3 math, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so y'all deal with her reading. Does she need to be in a tier 3 reading more than a tier 3 math?
for
Carry on.
Carry on.
Over.
Yeah, her reading is not bad, but I'm not ready to put it in company with my beat
Right.
Okay, so if she has a definite deficit in math,
Yeah, I
and she
know.
was making progress for a bit, perhaps a smaller setting, some more focused instruction, you would
It probably
see
would,
continued.
yeah,
All right?
yeah.
So excellent. So carry on. We will move to tier 3.
Okay.
All right, so Monica, Harris,
Let's see, we have her,
we started out at her progress monitoring is it fluctuates.
is she in 2 now?
She's in 2 right now.
She could probably stay in 2.
Okay,
I
based
could
on her
actually
classroom
see her,
performance.
I could actually see her going out of 2 at some point in time and going.
Okay, so this may be a testing issue. She doesn't respond to the computer test because in the classroom you see she's performing.
That is an environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a classroom.
Okay.
That she's,
Well, then-
that I know personally she's getting straightened out.
Okay, well, wonderful.
Yeah, so I would say leave her in 2.
All right, any objections from reading teachers? Excellent, let's let her stay.
So just say making some progress.
Yes,
And
we're
we,
gonna continue.
okay.
All right, Savannah. She's scored here, but all of her progress monitoring has been way up here. How does she do in the classroom? And what do her other test results suggest?
She's got, the math, she's got 2 estimates.
Okay, so her math indicates she's at risk.
But I know she
What
just
do you see
went
in
through
the
that
classroom?
Savannah, she just went through that Vanderbilt tutoring.
Okay.
I'm saying, that's saying she's in 2, right?
Yes.
I'd say leave her
Okay.
in 2.
All right, so Savannah stays. All right, let's move down to, well, that's the last of the 5th graders for his.
Okay.
So we'll move on to his after and intervention group.
Okay.